So I'm still getting used to recording a 3DS with the webcam at the moment. However, until my laptop is fixed, this is the best I can do. So at one point there was a global mission where we had to gather BP in order to purchase items. Like, we didn't have to purchase items, but we had to gather BP from the battle tree, as that was the objective of the global mission. So I decided I was going to put together an interesting Charizard. I transferred it from my blue version to Moon, and as you know, Charizards that are transferred do not have Dragon Dance. Well, I wanted to make a Mega X that could do some interesting stuff, so I created a mixed one using the move Submission, which I'm going to showcase now. So this is like, no Dragon Dance? No problem. So here we're actually working our way up to the Super Single Battle Tree. I was working on unlocking all the modes, so Red's going to start off with his Charizard, obviously, and I'm going to start off with Golisopod. Now this Golisopod is one that's carrying an Assault Vest, and I thought he might the AI might decide to use Dragon Dance, so I wanted to try and get ahead of it. But it turns out it's actually the Belly Drum Charizard, so Aqua Jetting was a good start, I guess. Like, I probably could have one-shotted it from half with Liquidation if I'd allowed it to Belly Drum. But anyway, Snorlax comes out, and this is where Golisopod uses Liquidation and drops the Snorlax's defense 1 level. Now, at this point, I was thinking, okay, we're either Speed-tied or Golisopod is faster than Snorlax. Well, it turns out on the next turn, it's actually a Speed tie, because Snorlax ends up going first, so I won it the first time, but I lost the Speed tie the second. This is why I like Golisopod, because of its ability right here, Emergency Exit. When its health hits below 50%, it switches. Which is, think of it like a free U-turn of sorts, allowing you to switch something in that can come in potentially unharmed. So I send in my own Charizard, and I'm like, alright, we're gonna have some fun here. So it Mega Evolves into Mega Charizard X, and Submission gets boosted by its Tough Claws ability, which is what I wanted to play with. So it's going to clearly use Submission and just pummel that Snorlax into the ground, that poor thing. Of course, the one thing I don't like about Submission is its recoil, but you still do some pretty good damage. So the last one Red had was his Lapras, and I was like, well, let's see what it's gonna do. So I also wanted to see how much Dragon Claw did with the Tough Claws boost. It clearly didn't do quite enough. So I was like, you know what, bugger, I'm gonna get knocked out anyway, so we're gonna use Submission to try to take it out with it. And I got a crit, so I don't know if that was, like, if it mattered or not, but that was how we got through, like, Super Singles tree, single tree. Like, I'd already beaten Super Singles the first time. I just wanted to test that set, so yeah, basically how that Charizard is set up is it's got max speed, and then I split the remaining, and then I split between both attack and special attack. And its moves are Submission, Dragon Claw, as you saw, but it also knows Flamethrower, which I'm thinking of switching up to Fire Blast for the higher damage output, and Air Slash just to, it's kind of like filler, but the flinch is always a nice thing to have. So yeah, let me know down in the comments section what weird and crazy setups you've ever created that's actually worked. So yeah, take care everyone.